Hello accounts people. Time to have a look at a bank reconciliation question. So this is reconciling our cash book, our version of our accounts with what the bank think we've got. So in this case it's quite a big difference. The bank statement showing a debit, that's credit from our point of view, bank's talking in their own language, of £778, but we think we've got £3,851 in the bank. So we better sort this one out. So we'll sort it out the traditional method, and then this little T account more practical sometimes in the exams. So just a quick reminder then, most differences are timing. They're checks in the post to suppliers, they're receipts that we put in the bank, then maybe in the night safe, haven't been processed yet. In the modern era though, lots of contactless payments take up to 2 weeks to show through, or if somebody uses a debit card to pay for fuel, it often shows as £1, or it takes a couple of days to come through anyway. And also direct debits, if we pay our suppliers by direct debits, we sometimes get the invoice, put it on the computer, and then it might be a week or two before the amount actually goes out of our account. There's also items that we've forgotten about or misunderstood. Direct debits and standing orders, they go through automatically, so we might easily forget to put them into our cash book. And then the bane of my life in the past, people who order stuff online and forget to print off an invoice, and it appears on the bank statement and you have to chase who orders it and what it was and when, and find out the paperwork. Also payments by debit cards, if somebody has a company debit card, whether it's an expense or something like that, they're quite often missed. People forget to hand in the bits of paperwork. And then of course there's errors, our errors, bank's errors. Banks do make errors. So let's get on with the numbers then. So that's the difference as it was. So the first thing, so traditionally we may have actually got an email or a letter, but maybe didn't get through to the accountant. So actually number one, we better just post that one into our bank's cash book or bank control account. And then receipts are in the cash book, not yet banked. Well, they should probably have been banked, but they're maybe just in the night safe. So that's our first lodgement. Receipt then, so this is an error, so it should have been for 743. It's a receipt from a customer, debit the cash book, we've only put it in as 734, so that one, an extra £9 coming in. And then number 4, a bit worrying, a back's payment not been entered in the cash book, so it's part of that, explains why that's a lot lower than the cash. A big part of the explanation anyway. Somebody presumably trying to hide their expenses. Let's update, that's our 3 adjustments to our cash book. And their check sent to a supplier, so that's okay, that's our traditional in the post. But we put it in our system because we did so when we wrote it out possibly. And then the bank's error in this case, bank error duplicated the payment, so they've got to put that one in. If we're lucky, we'll come back into our account about 2 minutes before health freeze is over. In a way, I suppose that's the lodgement. Should be in our account, it's just not showing. So if we do it the traditional way, then add the lodgements. We get an adjusted cash book of 1008. So let's see if that's right. That's fine, so that of course would be carried down. Just make sure the receipts are right symbols. That's positive, debit, that's a positive there. And if I'd use my T account here as an alternative to the bank reconciliation, again I'd get carried down the same amount, which is good because now I can be confident. Read the question carefully. These are adjustments to the cash book, so it's numbers 1, 3 and 4. I might have a separate column for accounts, but in this case I have to put that one in. Oops. 25, then £9 was a debit, and then that one. So having made the time to do the bank reconciliation statement or to do it as a little T account, I can walk away from this question knowing I've almost certainly got it completely correct, as opposed to just trying to remember which items need adjusting in the cash book. Although things like the bank charge is fairly easy to do.